If you're a Clevelander who is a fan of craft beer, chances are you've had one, if not several varieties coming out of Platform Brewing Company here in Ohio City. I've got co-founder, co-owner Paul Benner here with me. Tell me a little bit about what makes Platform tick and what makes Platform good.
All right, so we are all about inspiring homebrewers to chase their passion. Whether it's inviting folks in to use our brewing equipment, give them an opportunity to showcase their skills and products.
You're going to show us what you do here and then the homebrewer's equivalent of what you might want to do if you're kind of dabbling in it yourself.
So this is a mash tun. This is really the first step in beer making, where we take grain, usually barley, sometimes oats or wheat or rye. We crush it and we dump it into here.
Okay.
We fill this up with water. We hold it for a certain period of time at a certain temperature, and what happens is all that water will convert all these starches that are on the grain into sugars that can be fermented at some point. So this is a small version of this.
Okay.
So basically what we've done is we've created that same screen on the bottom here so that we can put grain in here and water. It rests for a certain period of time, and when we're ready to go, we just simply drain it off. The liquid transfers into another vessel, and what we're left with is the grain, which we call spent grain. So this is our boil kettle, and we'll boil it for 60, 90 minutes. We'll add hops to the beer. If we're doing spices, we'll add them at this time.
Okay.
So on a homebrew scale, this is our kettle.
Okay.
So this is a vessel that can be heated a number of ways.
Okay.
Most people start on their kitchen stove.
All right, inside here, what do we got?
So this is something called an immersion wort chiller. So our goal is to cool this down to about 65 degrees or so as quickly as possible. So that's what that does.
Okay.
And then we have a larger unit on our commercial brew house here. So these are referred to as fermentation tanks.
Okay.
So on the homebrew scale, we have two pieces of equipment really that we use most often. This is a carboy. The cooled wort will go in here. We'll put yeast into it. We'll put this cap on it that will be filled with water that allows for CO2 to be released.
Okay.
Because that's a byproduct of fermentation.
Sure.
And then what we're left with is alcohol in solution in the beer. So a more low-tech version of a fermentation tank is a food-grade plastic bucket.
Who knew this was a beer making tool? Now I do.
This is really where the final stage of the beer making process happens. On your right are tanks called bright tanks. These are used to take beer that's completely done fermenting and carbonate it.
Okay.
At the commercial level, we can all of our beer.
And that's pretty cool. You show on the back of the can the malt, the hops, and the yeast that all went into it.
Again, it goes back to kind of that homebrew inspired feel that we have.
Nice.
And letting our customers know exactly the ingredients that are in the beer if they want to make it themselves. Sorry, on the homebrew scale,
Okay.
we will take our beer from that carboy, we'll transfer it into another clean bucket,
Okay.
and then we will fill these bottles by hand. We'll present sugar into it again, and then we'll cap it.
Okay.
And then in 2 weeks, you've got a nicely carbonated homebrewed beer.
Nice. All right.
Cheers.
To Platform.
Thanks for coming.
Tough job, but somebody's got to do it, right?